We now have access to an incredible power that we're definitely going to break the game with. We can adjust any character's starting stats. The Ranger, for example, we can increase his start range and anything else he has, so if we wanted, instead of 50 start range, we could have 5,000. Where this really gets interesting is on Multitasker. We can have 20% weapon damage, but we can also equip up to 374 quadrillion weapons at the same time and 5% damage for each one of those weapons. In case that's not enough, we can always add some. And I'm going to be pretty embarrassed if I fail this run. We are going to go up to difficulty 5 because there really should be no stopping me. We can just stack endless weapons, and each run we do an extra 5% damage. There's also no limit on the amount of items we can stack up. Normally some of these are limited to 1 per turn or whatever. Now we can just have unlimited. I guess it would be silly not to have attack speed at this point because we're going to have a lot of weapons. I've actually pushed this into the negatives, so I'm a little worried we can't actually add more weapons. Pretty sure that's exactly what we did, so I've already failed the run. I need to restart and turn this number down. Always so much fun when I break things before they even start. We've now adjusted though. We can take +1 range damage and we can have 10,006 weapons. So we'll take a crossbow, we'll take a stick, we'll re-roll, we'll take another crossbow, and then we'll start the next wave. Already we've got 4 weapons, and that's going to give me an extra 15% damage from where we started. I'm feeling pretty good about my odds this time. Plus, this is just the kind of confidence boost I need to make me feel like I'm really good at this game. Some range is also going to be fun, because if we can hit the enemies from anywhere, even better. So we'll take an SMG, we'll take a stick, and we'll actually lock this because I wouldn't mind even more range. So we have what would be on the normal run with a different character the maximum amount of weapons, that being 6. I believe this character normally can hold up to 12. For those of you that aren't particularly mathematically inclined, that is twice as many as we have now. And about 1% of where I hope to wind up. We're going to take a little bit more range damage because I think guns are going to be more fun here. So there's a pistol, there's an SMG, we re-roll. A plank is an explosive, and we like explosives and laser guns. We can't afford them all yet, but we'll get there. I already feel very good about this. Plus we're up to 60% damage thanks to all these weapons. So I don't really need to buy upgrades. As long as we're buying guns, we're getting the upgrades. Yeah, I think guns are going to be the way to go, because we're going to have so many that nothing's going to get close enough for us to hit with sticks or swords. More speed is also going to be nice. Speed is never a bad idea. Plank, laser gun, pistol, roll. There's another pistol. I will eventually combine these into better versions of things. That's obviously going to knock down the number of weapons I have, but they're going to be better, and we're just always going to buy more weapons. And I just can't live with myself if I'm not constantly clicking on or merging things together. Plus 9 max HP. These are probably about the only upgrades we're going to get is from these, because here it's always going to be piercing's actually tempting. We don't need that yet. We need scissors and a pistol and whatever else we can find, like a shredder. We have 12 weapons currently, so this is what normally the max would be with this character. Obviously it is quite a lot. This is also supposed to take away damage on this character. Under normal circumstances, instead we get 80% damage bonus. This has turned wave 6 into not as easy as you would think it would be actually. We obviously have a lot of weapons, but we have a lot of basic weapons so far. We're going to need stronger. I'm actually going to buy Adrenaline just because it's rare and that's going to help us dodge. We're also going to buy the Shuriken and the Shredder. I'm also going to mouse over my items every once in a while to see if there's anything combinable. It won't give me the option if there is nothing. It is strange. You'd think for having all of these weapons, we would be absolutely destroying the wave front to back. But we're really not. By the end of the wave, there are enemies lingering just a little. The obvious solution is just more weapons, and that's exactly what we'll do, but I thought this would absolutely run away straight out of the gate. Plus 2 range damage, don't want a chopper, helmets are tempting, but we need weapons, and only weapons. -5 item price is definitely going to pay dividends moving forward. I'll actually take the XP gain too. There's another shredder, ghost axe is tempting, that's definitely something we want, same with the revolver and the medical gun. We just need $250. Now the damage feels a little bit better again. Something there is hitting pretty hard, but see how long that guy lived for? That's not acceptable. We need evaporating enemies. We want to atomize them as soon as they appear. We also need to start finding legendary items sooner than later. It'd be fun to have 100 legendary miniguns. I should have just used mods from the beginning. Makes this whole game so much easier. And things like this are actually relevant. Burning spreads to an additional nearby enemy? Sure, we'll probably have something that burns things eventually. Then we're going to take a little bit of luck because we've got none of that. And then max HP because we're eventually going to touch things. SMG, revolver, medical gun, roll. And with that, we go wave 9. This is one of those waves where it's mostly just these guys, and they're not very strong. They're quick and annoying. I think they do a fair bit of damage, but they're like popcorn. They just get destroyed in a moment. I stopped keeping track of the number of weapons we had, simply because it felt silly to. But we can always check that number in the menu anyway. I just wanted to make sure we were going to be able to survive. We do have an elite coming up in several waves, so that will be a little bit more of a test, although I think at this point we're probably going to be okay. Our damage is feeling pretty fine. And we'll get our max HP that we need from these areas. A little bit of armor, yeah, why not? Some armor is probably going to help eventually. We're up to 17 weapons now, about 50% more than we're supposed to be allowed to have. I did also just find a tier 3 revolver and a tier 2 rocket launcher, so that's going to help tip the scales. Plus this just looks good. And with all this range we got, I'm pretty sure we hardly need to move at all just to avoid projectiles. Wave 10 is definitely going down nice and easy, but we do currently have a 105% damage increase. And that's just going to continue to go up. The enemies aren't evaporating yet, but that's okay because I wanted this to be a properly scalable build. Plus 45 range. Double-barreled shotgun, not sure anything's going to get close enough anymore. We'll lose some armor for some range and attack speed. We're going to take a shredder. I don't know if I want to buy level 1 guns anymore, but I guess I might as well. There's no reason not to. And the circle just gets bigger and bigger. Oh, is this our elite? Yeah, see? We're strong, but we're not that strong yet. He could actually kill us. I need to take that seriously. He's dead, and that'll be a free legendary. I don't have to think, I just have to do. Buy weapons, succeed. The rest of wave 11 going down nice and easy. The next elite is only a few waves away though, so we definitely want to try and get some bigger, harder hitting guns. The item we got was a cape. We get lifesteal, we get dodge, we lose some damage, we can put that right back on. Here's some more armor and dodge. Our dodge is actually already at 31%, so that's not bad at all. And wouldn't you know it, a minigun. $263, absolutely. Also, we're going to save money moving forward. There's a double-barreled shotgun. These are getting expensive. We're going to save that. If we get enough of the item discounts, though, everything will pretty much be free. I don't know what weapon's actually going to do the most damage. Later on, we'll start checking to see which ones are actually doing something. Obviously, it's going to be one of the guns, probably the minigun. But as long as every weapon is doing its part, I don't care which one does the most. Wave 12, not a problem. You can have a garden that spawns a fruit every 15 seconds. Take a tractor, yep, we'll take that. Because our damage is so stupidly high anyway, we can lose a whole bunch. Armor. Okay, we're going to take the double-barreled shotgun. It'd be nice to get a piggy bank or two. But we'll take range and attack speed for now and hopefully find even more weapons. That doesn't have enough range to be of use to me. A laser gun, however, it does. And we don't do any more rerolls because that's getting expensive. 23 weapons to our name. That gives me 132% damage. And that feels about right. The enemies are definitely dying a little quicker because they are definitely getting tougher. These ones even come equipped with a helmet. We do only have 46 HP because I haven't really been putting a lot of focus into toughness. I'm just going pure raw damage. We're a truly remarkable glass cannon. The big Viking guys do last for just a second, but as long as most of, if not all of my guns focus on them, they melt. Also, killing a tree spawns a turret now, so we might be able to get lots of those. We're also going to take 15% attack speed, so that'll put us up to 45%. That's going to add a lot of damage. We're also going to get 10% crit chance and a laser gun. Also 30 luck and 5% cheaper prices again, and next time we're going to take that for crit chance, attack speed, and range. 24 guns really just can't be wrong. I do still have to avoid a lot of bullets, and that's only going to get harder as time goes on. But for right now, we're feeling pretty good. I just want to watch the numbers get bigger from here on out. We're hitting well into the hundreds. We're not hitting for thousands yet, and that's sad. We are going to need more money. Although I will settle for range damage for now. There's a rocket launcher. There's that. Perfect. Plus 10% enemies. 5% lifesteal. We can't afford that. We need more cheap making items as well. Wave 15, we're going to get elite spawning in. Okay, there's the elite. We're killing the elite, but not that quickly, so that's perfect. Elite is now officially dead. There's the legendary items. We need more of those. I think the explosives are starting to do a lot too, because there's a lot of enemies dying and I'm not seeing bullets hit them. And that's fun. Extra stomach. Plus 1 max HP when picking up a consumable. Pretty sure that's one you can normally only find one of. I might be wrong, but whatever the case, we can find as many of whatever we want to. Max HP is going to save me because we're like 1 or 2 touches from a boss to death. 10% enemies. We'll take 10 luck plus 30 luck. That's an extra 40 luck. Those are all things we don't want. We're going to take Sharp Bullet. Projectiles pass through 1 additional target. That's just going to help filter. So let's see if we can taste the difference. It's strange, but I actually feel like I can. I just feel like we don't have to chew into the mobs quite so much. They sort of disappear that half a second faster. And anytime you can taste the difference, you know you've made the right decision. We're starting to get the musical brains, so that's going to be interesting to see if they can turn the tides for the enemies. But so far, we're still going through them pretty readily. This is a really good one. Plus 3 damage at the end of a wave. Yes, we need a lot of those. There's another 3 ranged damage. That's only up to 7. I thought there'd be way more. There's a level 4 taser though. That's our first tier 4 weapon. There's a tier 3 crossbow. There's another pistol. And back we go. I haven't really moved yet. I wanted to see what would happen if I held still and the enemies can't get anywhere near me. so I'll take myself near the enemies. I should have managed to give myself some piggy banks early on. We'd have much more money and therefore weapons by now. I feel like speed would really put us over the top though. Then we could cruise around and pick all this stuff up. Then we could make ourselves into a speed circle. There's another 5% item price. That number's going to get so big by the end for how much we save. Max HP, we don't need anything else. Luck, we will take. More trees spawn. I think those turn into a turret. Ricochet, your projectiles gain 1 bounce. That's going to be huge for us. 1 very expensive reroll. Still no weapons. We do have 28 though, and there should be an elite spawning somewhere on this wave. Yeah, they're... oh, right in front of me. I couldn't see them through the hail of bullets. They died rather quickly as well. Our damage is only at 160%, which sounds like a lot, but you can actually achieve that naturally in game anyway, so we gotta make those numbers bigger. Here's one that would be absolutely horrible for us. Minus 3% attack speed for every weapon you have, we'd lose 45% attack speed, and we'd only gain 30% damage. So that's an easy recycle. That one we don't want either. Ricochet we do want, rocket launcher we absolutely want. The added luck is starting to pay off, we're finding lots of good stuff, and we'll continue to do so. We still need more range damage as well, because every 1 range damage adds a lot of DPS, as you can imagine. I feel like I've turned Potato into a waiting game at this point, like I'm just waiting for the wave to end so I can buy more weapons. 6% speed. There's level 4 scissors. It's kind of tempting to take that just because that's funny, but we'll take a flamethrower instead. There's another coupon and a tier 3 shuriken. We definitely want all of those we can get. There's another extra stomach. Perfect. To be honest, I kind of forgot I had that. Wave 20, this should be a boss wave. There he is there. See, we're still not that strong. There's 2 bosses to be fair, but we can probably put like 50 weapons on each boss at this point. They can hit us and that does still hurt. Like we're not nearly as strong as you'd think we would be considering the weapons we have, but there's 2 legendaries. And then once the bosses are gone, it's easy. I just need to remember to pick up these cactuses when I'm at max HP. We're getting 2 HP per one of those. It's funny, over everything too, we can see the flamethrower going. And I also realized that once I bought Ricochet, that really actually made us a lot stronger, because that basically doubled our damage. Plus it extended our range, so if we kill an enemy here, the bullet might bounce way over there and kill something we never would have otherwise seen. I will take 20 luck and lose engineering, and we'll also take another one of these because we get lifesteal and dodge, and more luck, and even more luck. So our luck is all the way up to 160. Our damage is looking pretty good. We got 4 base damage, which isn't a ton, 55 attack speed. We find the piggy bank on wave 20, but I might actually have the mod installed where that goes beyond. Well, we're going to see if the piggy bank works. I'm not going to buy the shredder. We're just going to go to wave 21, and if my money goes up, we know the piggy bank works beyond wave 20. And it does. Okay, good. We can build up lots of money then. There might be an elite this wave, I suspect. I'm seeing something that is an abnormal enemy, and they're now dead. They didn't drop a legendary, but they did drop a regular item. The elites are so much stronger. Wheat, plus 2 range damage. I guess harvesting probably goes beyond level 20 for me as well still. That's all sorts of fun stuff. This is also lots of fun stuff. Crit chance at 35%, now it's at 44. We'll take a giant shredder, we'll take another pistol. I need to let my money build up. I forgot I have a piggy bank again. So we'll just buy 1 little SMG and go to wave 22. But we got well over $100 there for free just because we saved our money. So if we let our money build up to say $10,000 and just write off the piggy bank interest at that point, we can buy tons of weapons every round. Get even stronger. You always need to leave room for escalation. There's a tier 4 crossbow. We love tier 4 items. Tier 4 shredder. Okay, we're gonna have to lock that because I keep forgetting. I need to save money. I can't help it. I see something and I want to click. Wave 23, and there's hardly an enemy to be seen at this point. Our ricochets are really going strong for us. To be fair, we do have a lot of bullets to ricochet around. Since we have $1,500, I'm still going to save a little bit of money. We're going to buy the revolver, do a roll because it's free. A level 4 jousting lance is fun, but it's not ranged, so we don't want it. The wand is technically ranged, a cheap reroll, and we can move on. I'm just addicted to gambling and spinning, trying to get better items. Okay, the elites are here. We don't have the silver bullet to do extra damage to them, but our damage is okay enough right now that we melted both of them. By the end of this adventure, our circle of guns has got to be pretty big. Ending wave 24 with almost $2,000. Here's another good one, 50% crit chance, 50 range. Look what we just rolled into. Rocket launcher tier 4 and a flamethrower tier 3. Look how expensive that all is. It cost over $1,000 to buy those 3 guns. So we're gonna have to save up a little bit. Our damage is at 210% right now. Again, that's not actually insane, but it's enough with all these weapons that it's starting to feel insane. We mow over regular idiots. Once the elites show up, then we start to slow down just a smidge. We'll take some extra luck and dodge, though our dodge is actually maxed right now. It's sad, but I gotta keep saving up money just a little bit. But we did get a free like $600 this round, so it's only going to be a few rounds before we're getting a free $1,000. I think once we hit $5,000, we'll get that every round. Our max HP also jumped up to 234. I wasn't even trying to pick these things up anymore. It's now at 242, and that's exactly how it got so high. This one's interesting. Spider, 12% damage plus 6% attack speed for every different weapon you have. So we get a 96% attack speed bonus. So we're going to go from 75 to 171% attack speed. And again, the more weapons we add, the more damage we're going to do and attack speed. So we just got a really big increase to our DPS. Yeah, things are actually evaporating now. We're having trouble seeing the enemies. Jumping ahead to wave 28 where we're going to fight the mini bosses. As long as I'm not moving too crazily, they shouldn't really hit me. We did dodge something there, but we have a lot of dodge power. Both of them are already dead, and we can just move on with our lives. This one also suits me. Lucky coin. 2 luck for every 1% crit chance you have, so we get 128 luck to go from 194 to 322. The enemies are starting to get tougher again. They're starting to be able to resist some bullets, which isn't saying much because we are firing a lot of bullets. Okay, at this point, I'm going to buy the Shredder, the Rocket Launcher, the Flamethrower, and the Scope. That leaves us down to about $7,000. We're going to lock the other Tier 4 Rocket Launcher, and we're going to reroll again, hoping for something good. When we don't get it, we're just going to go to the next wave, which will take us from $7,000 to $8,400. There's also going to be the Wave 30 boss. Several of them, actually. Okay, my health is actually dropping. I can't really see past all the bullets. I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, as long as we're hitting them and picking up these once in a while, we can hit them from far enough away that we could just stay over here pretty safely. It's actually crazy how tough these are, considering how many weapons we have. I know we spent the last little bit saving up money to buy a whole bunch of weapons all at once, but that's kind of insane. So with my $9,000, I'm going to treat myself to another Tier 4 rocket launcher. We're also going to buy the wings for speed and range. And then after starting the next wave, we get 1,500 free materials. It is fun how the more weapons you buy, it just keeps making the circle bigger and bigger. It doesn't cram them all together. It gives you a little space. And I wonder if the range is from the gun to the enemy, not from me. This one's actually going to add a ton of damage, plus 4 ranged damage. Like, one of my SMGs is only 34 damage, so after picking that up, it goes up to 42. We really need range damage. That makes such a difference. But so will another Spider. That adds damage, but also another 100% attack speed. This will be good too, another 3 range damage, we lose some dodge. Plus we'll buy a shotgun, spend another 100, why not? There's another ranged weapon, there's more range damage. The circle gets bigger. There should be some elites, as we can see, sort of surrounding us already. If we can manage to focus all of our weapons on one of them at a time, I think they'll go down pretty quickly. Well, look at that, another piggy bank. So now we're going to get 40% materials at the start of a wave. This is gained as 9,200 materials. We currently have 11,000. Our damage is up to 300%. If we add these, that's going to go up 310%. SMG, that's 315%. Then starting next wave, we jumped up to $11,500 from $8,500. The damage just took a big enough jump up again that the enemies are once again sort of evaporating. They do get insanely stronger though between now and wave 40, to the point where I probably will actually die, as crazy as that is to think. So for now, I'm just going to spend my money buying whatever ranged weapons appear. I did just find a tier 3 obliterator. That's going to do 2,500 damage by itself. Okay, with the wave of 35 shop, and I found a tier 4 obliterator. That does 4,400 damage so far. Pretty sure this saw a bullet land for 16,000 damage, which I assume would be the obliterator on a critical hit. The circle of guns is getting pretty big. Let's see what the enemies think about that. There is an elite over there, and there were several elites and they're all dead. Alright, I've just cashed out my $15,000 fortune to buy as many weapons as I possibly could. That puts our damage all the way up to 744% with 500% attack speed, plus we have actually an even 100 weapons. So let's see what the boss tier 40 thinks about that. I think they actually just killed me, which is surprising because I had 100 weapons pointed at them, but I guess I wasn't that tough.